Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everyone.
We are back with part 2 of our Ecco the Dolphin Let's Play. Specifically the Sega CD one.
That we are.
We are continuing our anniversary of our channel celebration. I think we have to save more dolphins here. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, trust me, you guys, this is probably really old news, but those of you who aren't aware, it is worth it to save the dolphins. You will get things that will help you out later.
Yes. As you remember, years ago, this was a very challenging level.
Yeah. I think this is where you know who rage quit. I'm pretty sure this is where you know who rage quit. Either here or the next one. It was either here or the Four Islands one, but I'm pretty sure it might have been the lagoon.
A certain...
Much bigger channel than us.
Yes. It is a much bigger channel than us. A certain nerd.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't really care that we're complaining about him right now.
No, he wouldn't. I think he's very... relaxed about...
Yeah.
Considering when yours truly talked with him, he was actually happy and impressed to hear that we had a channel.
Yeah. Yeah, he seemed really soft-spoken. Definitely can say that he's playing a character.
Yes, he is playing a character when
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and plays games online.
I'm sure he's probably not going to play more Echo, but was just being friendly when he's like, interesting, maybe.
That'd be a shame, but...
Yeah. I felt like mostly he was just being polite, though.
He was humoring.
Yeah. I mean, I would have felt awkward being too honest there in person, talking to him. Like, hi, nice to meet you. I'm gonna have my bone to pick with you on our first meeting, you know? I wasn't gonna be that guy.
Yeah, and anyway. And I wasn't going to be either.
Yeah. But I mean, certainly I was very polite about it, but I did make a comment on the video, so I technically already expressed my opinion.
Yeah.
Not even sure if he saw the comment, but I was very diplomatic about it. You know, just saying I was kind of disappointed because I feel like Ecco is a great game and has a lot to offer, and you didn't really play through a lot of it.
Well, to be fair to you, that is a valid point.
Yeah.
Because he didn't. He rage quit after only the first few levels.
Yeah.
The game.
I guess you could consider it, and this is being generous. If you're being generous, you could consider it a third of the game, but that's maybe being a bit too generous.
Yeah, because as I've learned, having played this game, the whole game for back in 21 and 22, I think,
Yeah.
before I finished this. This is a very long and very involved video game.
Yeah, and I get it. It's not everybody's cup of tea. It is a very different game, and at the time it came out, it was very different. And I think on the Mega Drive slash Master slash Genesis. Sorry, I had a moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Not Master System. That's different. I think especially on the Genesis, they were used to more fast-paced things, like Sonic. But even with Sonic, arguably, you have to kind of monitor that. You have to know when to slow down.
Yes.
And yeah, I think in comparison, this game is very slow, and just in the way that you have to be thoughtful. It's not strictly a platformer. There's a lot of puzzle solving.
Yeah. Admittedly, back in the day, I would think I would compare it to the Zelda franchise.
Huh, interesting.
Because it is more in-depth puzzle solving. You are technically in a labyrinth.
Yes.
Under the sea.
That's true.
But again, with a fresh take on it, it's not exactly just as Sonic is not exactly Mario.
Right.
It's its own thing as well.
Right.
Despite the fact that many want to compare this.
Yes. They're structurally quite different.
Yeah.
I mean, after all, Sonic exists because of frustration over Mario. So,
right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. Yeah, it's kind of being its own thing.
Yeah.
To be different. That's great. And Ecco
Yeah.
was kind of that as well in the Dream Project. And yeah, they weren't trying to make Zelda, but
No, and in fact, I think Annunziata had worked on a lot of like kind of space-themed games, and worked on some stuff for Marvel, I think. Like he did a Spider-Man game. I have to look again. He did a game called Mr. Bones as well, and I don't know what that was. I have to look it up. The one place we went to, I was impressed that they had Mr. Bones, because I'm like, that's a game people don't normally talk about, and I don't even know anything about it other than Annunziata made it. And I feel bad. I feel like I want to get some of his other games, but I have to find out. I think Mr. Bones was pretty expensive because it's a kind of rare game. I have to do some more research before I just go out and buy it. But,
right.
I think people overemphasize the inspiration that creepy experiment had on his game.
Yes.
Because I feel like that was kind of more of a footnote inspiration.
Yeah, because I think Annunziata was more interested in some stuff that came out of that
Yeah.
experiment, because after that one nightmare, he did a complete 180 about dealing with dolphins and realizing that they have to be free, and their intelligence and well-being should be appreciated. So, that I can see Annunziata getting inspiration from.
Yeah. And really, I say this also because he worked on some space-themed games. So to me, the inclusion of aliens seemed like it was just a natural part of what he already worked on. And I haven't heard a lot, I haven't deep dived into a lot of his interviews, but because honestly they're kind of hard to come by. But what little I've heard, I know that he was really mesmerized by how dolphins move.
I believe that.
And also by their echolocation. He just found it very fascinating how they communicate with sound and how they navigate by sound, and that he felt like even the way they moved resembled a wave.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. And that's something I also always found cool about dolphins myself. So there's also a bit of this feeling of I can relate to Annunziata in terms of that fascination with dolphins and how they communicate. And this is something that a lot of people have researched, because a lot of people believe that by understanding how dolphins communicate, we can understand more about how humans communicate.
I agree. Animals in general, really.
Yes, because dolphins are very intelligent.
Yeah.
Their intelligence is similar to ours. Yes. I feel like in some ways, dolphins are overlooked at times.
They're undervalued.
Definitely undervalued, yeah.
I know some people think that we, like us, overvalue them. I don't think that that's entirely the case. We just appreciate them and their position in nature.
Yeah.
Shame that people, another YouTuber who I'm not going to name, get all in a tit about.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I feel like fans of dolphins and fans of whales kind of get into it with each other, and I don't know why.
Really
I'm like, they're, as far as I'm concerned, they're basically kind of like cousins at times.
I think they are too.
So,
It's just that whales are much more bigger than the dolphin.
yes.
Is the other guy down here?
And they kind of have, and not kind of, they have their own distinct language that is a little bit different than dolphins. But they do have similarities. I also got annoyed that there was this trend of I probably mentioned it before when we were playing this game years ago, but that trend of on the do not search iceberg, they have dolphins on there because people's image of dolphins being so innocent was ruined when they discovered that dolphins actually bully other sea creatures at times. You don't remember that?
Oh, now I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically what it sounded like to me, as we've seen in research, we've seen that dolphins are very intelligent.
Yeah.
So it almost comes across to me as some dolphins kind of get how should I put it? Kind of like how some people that bully think they're better than other people. I'm saying some dolphins probably get into that. So I look at it. The stereotype of dolphins. See, this is what the problem is. Media stereotypes dolphins as playful and childish and just the wonder of a child. And
because of the shape of their face, the happy mammal that
yeah,
smiles and swims in the ocean.
Yeah, where it's like
we know that there's a little more to
yeah,
these guys.
there are two parts to this, and I think that's why they're all like, "Oh, wow, dolphins are messed up, man." But it's like, no, dolphins. From what I understand about their language and how they function, kind of almost like apes. They're more similar to us in that they kind of have started to develop more personality and these ideas of hierarchies. So yeah, they probably are looking down on some animals, and some of them probably do get into bullying behavior because they feel like they can get away with it. And that's probably not all dolphins will do that. I mean, I don't know enough about them to know if there are some dolphins who would consider that wrong and not do it. I don't.
Probably are as diverse.
Yeah.
Opinions and feelings if they're intelligent enough to have diverse opinions.
Yeah, and see, we're not quite to the point where we know that yet.
Yeah, it's not like they can go there and say, "Hey, dolphin buddy, what can we do on the
yeah,
planet?"
yeah, we haven't quite cracked the code to the point of, oh, we can actually communicate with dolphins or translate it 100% to one of our languages, like English or whatever. We haven't quite gotten to that point, but
yeah,
who knows?
When we do.
Yeah, maybe we will. We do know dolphins have names that they call each other by name. We do know that. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, and dolphins and whales, and I think sharks too. Maybe I don't quite remember.
Oh, wow.
Can say, "Hey, there's food here." Sharks tend to be more solitary, though. They don't eat together. But they can communicate with each other, apparently. But yes, dolphins and whales are able to communicate and say, "Hey, there's this delicious school of fish, let's go eat." And they will take turns eating. Like they have this order they've decided on, and they will take turns. So they'll make sure everybody gets food, which I think is pretty cool.
So they have complex civilizations.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is why researchers say dolphins are intelligent, because we've seen these behaviors and that some other animals have sometimes. I'm not saying no other animals do this, but
right.
Not all animals are like that, especially not under the ocean.
That's where the neighborhood cats have a social hierarchy.
Right. It is common to see a social hierarchy. I don't know how common it is under the sea, but considering we haven't seen a lot of the sea.
Correct.
That's what
I reminded me several times about that.
I know, because it's one of my pet peeves. That I'm like, maybe we should have put some of the money that we use for space crap to explore more of the sea, or figure out how to get down there ourselves. Make something that can handle the high pressure. because I am sure it's possible. And that if we put more money and more research into it, that we could do it. Because, I mean, we know how to have astronauts just float around in space. So if we can figure that out, I think we could figure out how to be, under the high pressure of the deep, dark ocean.
Right.
Because I know we can get equipment down there. We just haven't gotten humans safely down there.
The pressure is hard, isn't it?
Yes. But if we could make something that can withstand that pressure, like a submarine or some kind of submarine-like thing to get down there, and it could handle the pressure, like it could neutralize the pressure somehow or reduce it inside to keep us safe from the high pressure.
Yes.
I think it could be done. Because have you seen how some of those sea creatures look way down where it's dark? You don't need to go looking for aliens in outer space.
Including the alien, the fish that looks horrible on land, but it's actually not so horrible looking in the right pressure.
Right. Well, yeah, I think when the pressure's that different, it definitely changes things.
Yeah.
I mean, there was even that interesting research about, I forgot how long he stayed under the ocean, but this guy, when he came back, it was almost like he had gotten 10 years younger in terms of his, the health of his, God, I forgot what it was. Something with the genes. He tested it. So he actually got healthier being down under the ocean as long as he was. Because he was doing research for a long time. I think that's why he was down there.
Oh.
So, that's maybe something we should look into as well. There might be ways to have a positive impact on our health in the ocean. Being in outer space too long actually hurts us. It harms us. So, because they're all researching how to, make those effects less bad. But I'm like, I feel like the ocean keeps telling us, just stay with me.
Probably.
Yeah. Just come back to the Mother Ocean that we all came from,
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't tell me we did. We did.
We did. All organisms started in the ocean.
Technically, organizations too, I suppose. The people who made them, at least. Where is that last dolphin?
I had to go to find the lift. I talked to this thing because it kept saying you can't pass yet.
Yeah.
Now I can pass.
Yay! I noticed that this area is a little bit brighter in this version of the game. Yeah.
Crabs are going to be down here.
Oh no! Here come the crabs.
Don't know what I did to offend ye, crabs not from Maryland, I presume? Or
No.
the fact that I am from Maryland, that's why I do it.
These are red crabs.
Yeah.
So they're definitely not Maryland crabs.
Uh-huh.
Our crabs are like a bluish gray until you cook them. Then they turn red.
There's the last dolphin.
There. He was hiding from all the crabs.
Yeah.
I don't even know much about how crabs move under the water. That's something I'd have to research more. You saved my family. The deepest seas will echo our thanks, friend singer. Sing this song, and it will confuse the hungry ones. Ancient songs of wisdom are songs of the Big Blue. The Big Blue swims north to die. Swim fast, young singer.
Die? I didn't know he was.
Oh, you forgot.
There to final resting place.
I thought they said that, but it's possible.
I think they did, but
It's
I might
possible
have
they
missed
censored
that.
it. Yes. Yeah.
And I have to go down this convoluted spot to get down.
Yes.
I thought so. Yeah. I'll come back.
So the Big Blue must be very, very, very old.
More dignified death then.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was on the plane Echo one time that I talked about when I saw a documentary about old whaling industry, British whaling industry.
I think you, yeah.
Yeah. That was eye-opening, and I confess, I found it was how they used to do it. It was very crude that whales were hunting them.
Yeah, and I feel really bad because I feel like a lot of people in the U.S. like to hyperfixate on Japan, for example.
Oh yeah, it's because I think it's in Japan for...
Yeah. But I'm like, whaling still goes on around the world, so...
And I think it's because America doesn't do it anymore.
Right. Right. I mean, really... And dolphins get harmed, too, in unsafe practices that a lot of commercial fishers use.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I, honestly don't do crabbing or fishing either, because I just feel bad about doing it. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, sorry if you guys hear echo or reverb or whatever with the music. I just kind of like being able to hear it with this game. So, and yeah, something. We are getting near the end, so we'll probably stop once we get out of this level.
Oh, another one of these.
Yeah. Oh, you were upset about that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, are you upset that we're ending soon? I mean, me too, dude. I mean, we just did one level, but that's okay.
Well, I kind of feel it because this is a very long level.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it can't really be helped. Yeah.
This is probably my least favorite part of this level is
the end. Yeah. Yeah, me too. It's complicated to get out.
Right.
Getting the war flashbacks. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. You didn't go so fast that it will go away.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a crab. No. We need air.
We need food.
And food, more importantly, yes. But eventually air. Okay, I see.
Yeah, there's looks like an air pocket down.
No.
What?
Oh, yes.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Good
bye
picture.
guys. We will start up with Ridgewater next time.
Yes. That was bad. That was scary. I do get flashbacks playing this game.
Yes, all right, guys.
You got the picture?
Yep, we'll see you next
Good.
time. Bye.